use for real.
Welcome to Marlins Way, where we find Lone Depot Park. Today, the finale of this 3-game weekend set. It's the Milwaukee Brewers taking on the Miami Marlins.
World Series Game 7, whole lot of cat for real. We better be gone. I used to just do it for fun.
John Shambi and Chris Singleton with you. Well, Siggy, as we come into this one, it's all about the sweep.
Yeah, and anytime there's a chance for the Bruins to come out, the pressure is definitely on. We'll see if they can find a way to salvage at least one in this series.
First pitch coming your way next. And getting the start for Miami, Sandy Alcantara. Chris, he's looking for a bounce back this season.
Yeah, really struggled last year, and it was one of those seasons that you just want to flush. But I think you have to remember and take the opportunity when you do struggle to really look yourself in the mirror, identify what went wrong, and make improvements. And I have no doubt that that's what this guy did in the offseason to prepare himself to come back and to be one of the best bounce-back players in the league. We'll see today that they'll have a real opportunity to prove a lot of people wrong.
Take a look at the lineup. And the challenge for this lineup today, Singy, finding a way to have success against the sinker ball.
Yeah, it's a tough pitch to hit, Boog, and even harder to elevate. Got to set your sights a little bit higher when you're at the dish. They're struggling with it. I'd expect them to make some type of adjustment. It won't take long to see how well that sinker is working today.
Yelich went deep in his most recent game. Right side and foul ball. That misses the zone. Ball 2. This one in the air, center field. Marcy settles underneath it, and there are 2 outs.
Batting third, the catcher, William Contreras.
And now it's William Contreras. Two down, nobody on. He swings and fouls one off.
Clearly trying to stay back a little bit longer for that changeup as he fouls that fastball back.
Curve in the dirt. Up the middle, into the outfield, base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Here's Jackson Chourio. Not only is he young, Singy, he's the first player born in 2004 to reach the major leagues.
Whew. Is that supposed to make us feel good about ourselves?
No.
That is it.
Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Andrew Vaughn now. This one in the air, right field, and that is that. Brewers strand a couple. Now the Marlins will see what they can do. No score. This is Marlins baseball on the Show, Florida. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Getting the nod on the mound, Brandon Woodruff. And Singy, he's one of the most dominant arms in all of baseball.
Yeah, he battled through 7 innings last time out. He pitched well enough to get the win thanks to that offense. He'll look to turn in another quality start in this one.
Xavier Edwards digs in now. That one just misses, and it's 2-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
He swings and hits a fly ball, center field. That one gets down for a hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
He made that look easy, keeping his bat in the zone on plane for a long time. That leads to a high contact rate and more barrels, Boo. Even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Down the number 2 hitter, Kyle Stowers. The 1-1 is fouled off. Edwards gets his lead at first. Nobody out. And that one lifted in the air center field. Chorio has a beat on it. Makes the grab.
Batting third, the 7th.
All right, let's take a look at the lineup. One guy swinging a hot bat recently, Heriberto Hernandez.
Yeah, definitely someone I always enjoy, when I get a chance to watch him, whether he's hitting a game or even taking swings during batting practice. Man, this guy's always so focused on what he's doing on that task at hand. He's got so much attention to detail that when he steps in the box, his success rate is really high.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Batting fourth, the left fielder, Heriberto.
Stepping in, Heriberto Hernandez. Ball to strike. The pitch. Runner on the move. Throw. Save. That's a stolen base.
Well, we all know this team is struggling right now, and sometimes you just got to do something different to generate some offense. A little more aggressive right there to put the pressure on the opponent. We'll see if it pays off on the scoreboard for this team.
Battling here as he fouls it away. Man at second. Got him. And that is that. Scoreless after 1. All set for the start of the inning. Up now for Milwaukee, Akil Baddoo.
I just love watching Alcantara get ready for games, Boog. He turns into a different person, just usually cracking jokes and having a good time. But start days are a different story. That's when things get serious for this guy.
Next one misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Kenny Jansen doing home plate duties in this one.
Not a huge strike zone from Jansen, so he can't really be called a pitcher's umpire, but he does like the bottom part of the strike zone. We may see some pitchers steal a few strikes down there, especially the ones right below the knees. That's if their catcher can present it properly. Solid swing from start to end, on time with everything, really good balance, nice extension, and he met it out front for the line drive knock.
Now here's Jake Bauers. That one finds the zone. Going to count 1-2. Here's a high chopper, and it gets by him. Lead runner makes the turn at second. And now runners at the corners, nobody out.
Turned on it nicely, definitely a little out in front of the pitch, but he didn't hook around it too much and was able to keep it fair down the line. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
Next for Milwaukee, Joey Ortiz. And a 1-1. Line to right, base hit. The run scores from third.
Mission accomplished there as he picks up the RBI to give him the lead. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
First and second, no outs. David Hamilton up now for the Brewers.
Well, he's just given up 3 straight hits, and now behind in this count to this hitter. Might be a good time for somebody to call a timeout. Maybe the pitching coach go out there and talk to him just a little bit.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Well, and those hitters count sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
One down.
The batter number 2, second baseman, Bryce Terang.
This is Bryce Terang. Siggy, he's got a history of coming through in the big spots. I know I like to talk about, I'm not sure whether clutch actually exists, but you look at the numbers, and this guy always seems to deliver in those spots.
Well, I think it's the ability to assess the situation, understanding what the pitcher has, what he's trying to get people out on, and then being able to use the entire field.
Two on, one out. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Well done behind the dish.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
And now it'll be Christian Yelich. The 1-1.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
First and second, 2 down. Here in the third and final game of the series. That one the other way, and that's a base hit. Headed for the plate. He'll score easily, and they lead by 2.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Here's the catcher, William Contreras. 2 on, 2 outs. And that one hit 97 on the gun. Here's a rip to short, but he's there for the third out. But 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead. Down to the bottom of the second. It's the Brewers 2 and the Marlins nothing. You're watching Miami Marlins baseball on The Show, Florida. Bottom of the second, and at the plate for Miami, Connor Norton. In the air, left side. Yelich gets under it. And there's 1 down.
Batting 6, the catcher, number 34.
Here's the catcher, Liam Hicks. And he's the home run leader on this team, Singy. Got him looking for the strikeout. That was pretty nasty.
Well, he throws him with a great fastball right on the corner. It's kind of like bowling when you think the ball's going to get into the gutter and somehow just hangs onto that edge and knocks down a pin. Well, he got the outside corner of the plate.
Oh, gets dirty to first. It's there, and that's a great play. Nothing doing for the Marlins. After 2, it's a 2-0 ball game. New inning getting started. Now the Brewers cleanup hitter, Jackson Chourio. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Though Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. Base hit. That was smoked through the infield. And a man aboard. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. And here is Andrew Vaughn. Up the middle. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe.
Up next for Milwaukee, the right fielder, Akil.
Next to hit, Akil Baddoo. Swings and misses. And the count 1-2. Got him swinging.
Well executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
Next for the Brewers, Jake Bauers. Runners at first and second with 1 gone. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Chourio around third. The throw in. Safe at the plate. It's 3-zip.
Well done. Drives in the run. Couldn't get any air under it, but he smoked that ball back up the middle. Timing was just perfect. Got great wood on it, and there was just no chance for the infielders with how hard he hit it.
Joey Ortiz up now for the Brewers. 2 on, 1 out. Up the middle. Base hit into center field. Rounds third, headed for the plate. Here's the throw. Safe at the plate, and the run scores all the way from second. And they lead by 4.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Just a simple, soft liner into center field for the knock right there. Maybe a little bit fooled by the pitch, but he did a good job of staying through it, and that allowed him to fight it off and just get enough behind it.
At the plate, David Hamilton. And this one looks like trouble. Bowers around third. 1 run is in. Another comes in to score. It's 6-0.
Gets the job done as he brings home a pair. Anytime you can drive a ball into the gap the other way, it feels so good. And that's when you know you're right where you need to be at the plate. It's even better when it gets you extra bases. Gotta love looking in at your dugout and seeing your teammates fired up.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Sandy Alcantara won't go any further, and this is one he'd like to forget. Back with a new arm after this.
Now pitching.
New arm out of the bullpen, Ryan Gusto.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Back to the top of the Milwaukee order. Bryce Terang will hit next. And it's second. Liner caught at second.
From up here, it looked like that liner might be splitting the gap in right center. That's one of those atom balls you just have to live with as a hitter.
And now it's Christian Yelich. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game.
Well, this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths.
And that is that. They get 4 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and lead 1. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Brewers 6 and the Marlins nothing. Back here at Lone Depot Park, set for the bottom of the 3rd.
Clearly down in this ball game, and you can't look at the deficit and try to get it all back in one swing. It's got to come one at bat at a time, and even shrink it down smaller, pitch to pitch. Make that guy on the mound work to get you out. This is one of those times when you want to be aggressive. Go ahead and pitch to contact. Let the defense work behind you. You've got a nice, comfortable lead. Don't try to be too fine.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Well, every pitcher wants a run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse. Go after hitters and get quick outs.
Ground ball up the middle. In time to Vaughn. Leadoff hitter gone in the 3rd.
The first baseman, number 21, Brad Holly.
Graham Pauley, the next to hit. The 1-1. Out to short. Tosses to first, and 2 straight set down to begin the bottom of the 3rd.
The batter, number 9, second baseman, Xavier.
Back to the top of the Miami order. Here's the second baseman, Xavier Edwards. Hit on the ground to the right side. Into the outfield, base hit. And that extends the inning.
Up next for the Marlins.
He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
Now, Kyle Stowers. Here goes the runner. Ground ball right side, Terang. And that'll do it. One left for Miami. Still up against a 6-0 deficit. Back here in Miami, their offense has produced a lot of hits so far, as we see from the spray chart.
Yeah, it looks like they've been spreading it out pretty well in this one, Boog. Spraying the ball all over the yard. Good team effort at the dish.
And a swing and a miss.
On the mound, you take a note. You see the hitter's willingness to chase that pitch upstairs, get deeper in the count, try to climb the ladder.
That one missed. And now the count filled up 3-2. Hit on the ground to short. Fires to first on the run, and very nicely done for the out.
Up next for Milwaukee, the center fielder, number 11,
Jackson Churio at the dish now. He signed an 8-year, $82 million contract in December of 2023 before he ever played a game in the majors. Oh, and the talent runs in the family. His younger brother, Jason, is a top prospect with Cleveland. Slice to right, and foul ball. Comes a 2-2. Swing and a high fly ball hit in the air left center field. This one's got a chance. Out of here. That one felt good, and they add on. Singy, he's been waiting for this moment to finally come.
Well, we knew it would come eventually, and I wouldn't be shocked to see him go on a nice little run at the plate, hitting some balls out of the ballpark. He's got that monkey off his back. A breaking ball on the inside part of the plate requires a hitter to stay really square with his mechanics. If you fly open with the front shoulder, there's no way you keep that ball fair. An outstanding job mechanically. He deserves that home run.
One down. Andrew Vaughn up now for the Brewers. Base knock center field. So a man aboard now with one away.
Didn't exactly square that one up, but sometimes you don't have to. He clearly didn't catch that one on the big part of the bat, just kind of muscled it out there. And, you know, on the mound, it can be pretty frustrating for a pitcher, but you just kind of have to expect those to drop in there sometimes.
Man at first, one away. And that one way outside. And now 3-1.
He's getting a little frustrated out there on the mound, getting hit around a little bit. Let's see if he can settle himself down.
Hammered down the right side, but foul. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. And there's 2 down. Digging in, Jake Bauers.
Designated hitter, Jake Bauers.
Inside, almost got him. The Brewers up big in this one. Top half of inning number 4. Oh, great stop. Nicely done for the out. One for the Marlins on the solo shot. And midway in the 4th, this is Marlins baseball on The Show, Florida. And we're back with a series sweep very much in play. Siggy, sizable lead, so keep those brooms handy.
A sweep can really send shockwaves through a clubhouse, Boob. One team surging forward, the other left searching for answers.
Handles, throws to first. One out in the bottom of the fourth.
Up next for the Marlins, the left fielder.
So now it's the four-hole hitter, Heriberto Hernandez. Swing and a miss as he was late. Just misses with that one. Got him looking. And that's 4 strikeouts.
Up next for the Marlins.
And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. 2 down, bases empty. Connor Norby, the next up for the Marlins. Here's a 1-1. Good eye right there. And they'll do it again. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Swings and misses, struck him out. Miami down in order. They continue to trail 7-0. Back here at Lone Depot Park. Ready now for the 5th inning. Joey Ortiz up now for the Brewers. Here's a 1-2. The shortstop takes the ball. I thought that was a strike, and here's a challenge. It just shaved the zone. So they've still got both their challenges. 1 down. Up now for Milwaukee, David Hamilton. Swing and a miss. That is strike 2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. The 1-2. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Catcher has it, fires to first. And there's 2 gone following the strikeout.
Man, that was very close at first. I thought for a second he might beat it and reach on the strikeout, but that was a nice, strong throw to complete the out. That's a tough play when there's not much margin for error on the throw.
And that is that. Nobody left for Milwaukee, but they're still in control. It's 7-0. Bottom of the inning. Now it's the Marlins catcher, Liam Hicks. The 1-1 is fouled off. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Good job to fight that one off. The 1-2. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Terang over to first in time. And the leadoff man set down in their half of the 5th.
The batter, number 6. Shortstop, Otto.
So digging in, Otto Lopez. The 2-1.
He hasn't fallen behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
The Brewers up big in this one. Last half of inning number 5. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Up next for the Marlins.
So now here's the DH, Christopher Morel. Here's a 1-1. Up the middle. Ortiz. The flip to second. What a double play that was. Inning over. Still nothing on the scoreboard for him after 5. It's the Brewers 7 and the Marlins nothing. We're back with a look at key moments so far in this one. So up next, Christian Yelich.
The left fielder, number 22, Christian Yelich.
The 1-1. That one fouled off. The 1-2. Ripped on a line, and that's got extra bases written all over it. Safe at second with a leadoff double.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. Pretty much just a textbook double into the gap, and when you can drop one in there.
That's smacked on a line to center. Base hit. Yelich flies around third. He will score. It's an RBI single, and it's an 8-run lead. So a man at first. Jackson Chorio now at the plate.
Well, these Brewers really producing with runners on. It's been a right place, right time kind of game for them. They have 6 hits today with runners in scoring position, and that's something they can feel very proud of. There's certainly added pressure when you're hitting with runners on, so the fact that they've come through so many times in those spots shows me a lot about the makeup of these hitters.
Swing and a miss for the strikeout. He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
Contreras over at first with 1 away. On the ground right side. Off balance beat. There's 1. Double play. What a quick killing down the inning. 9-1 and 2 scheduled to hit in the home half of the 6th. The Brewers lead it 8-0. You're watching Miami Marlins baseball on The Show, Florida. Back here in a blowout, which gives us a chance to talk about just about anything.
Bro, don't get me fired.
All right, Siggy, we've been in all the press boxes. You got best press box food.
I'd say press box food because of the ice cream. We have Philadelphia.
Yeah. Shout out to our guy Frank.
Yes. New York for me is pretty good. Yankees?
Yeah, solid.
Yeah.
That one fouled off. 2-2.
As far as ballpark food, one of my favorite places is San Francisco.
Garlic fries, yo.
Garlic fries, and you got.
Now this ball is well hit. This one's got a chance, and he can't quite get there. It's a foul ball. On the ground at first. Vaughn takes it himself. That's out number 2.
But we got the crab fries in Philadelphia, is that right?
Yep. And then
it's been a long time for me.
Boog's Barbecue at Oriole Park.
I knew you'd go there.
That's right.
Yeah. Anyway, you can work in your name, huh?
That's right. 2 down, nobody on.
Ball 2.
Two on the way. That one to first, and it stays fair. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Up next for the Marlins.
Jacob Marcy, the next up for the Marlins. Fights it off. He'll see another. The 1-2 stays alive. Here's a 1-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Fouls it back with 2 strikes.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Nice grab on the run. That is the inning. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. This is Marlins baseball on The Show, Florida. Back here in Miami, we go to the top of the 7th. Akil Baddoo up now for the Brewers. Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Ryan Gusto done for the day. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound. So the Marlins go with a new arm, Cade Gibson, and he has some nasty breaking stuff. 1-1 now. On the ground. Dives, and he can't hang on. Safe at first as they can't make the play.
That's one of those you classify as just too hot to handle. Hit it on the screws, and it couldn't be fielded cleanly, but you can't really blame the defense in that case.
Now it's going to be Jake Bauers. Here's the 2-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. The Brewers up big in this one here in the top half of inning number 7. Two now. Swing and a miss. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. Joey Ortiz getting ready to hit.
Ball.
Baddoo leads off first with 1 away. This ball's chopped on the ground, but it kicks foul. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. That one misses. Full count now. In the air, right field, Stowers. Moving under this one. Takes it in for the out. David Hamilton will hit next.
The third baseman, number 6, David Hamilton.
Not close with that one. Now 2-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. The 2-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Grinding AB right here. About to see pitch number 10. And it's filled up.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitters got to stay focused on the pitch.
Bryce Terang up next for the Brewers. So a walk puts runners at first and second.
The batter number 2, second baseman, Bryce.
Back to the top of the order, Bryce Terang up now for the Brewers. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. Brewers strand a couple as it remains an 8-0 game. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th, DL Hall.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Welcome back, taking a look at our game summary. And that gets the top of the zone for a strike. Hernandez wants another look at the called strike. It's a challenge, and the strike call will stand. Still one challenge left for them. Here's a 1-2. Swing and a line drive and a base hit up the middle. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Well, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
Now at the plate, Connor Norton. Next offering is fouled back. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Makes the catch. One down.
Up next for the Marlins, the catcher number 34, Liam Hicks.
And here's the catcher, Liam Hicks. The 1-1 is fouled off. And a ball and 2 strikes. In the air, left field. Yelich running hard. Pulls it down and he makes the catch.
The batter number 6.
So digging in, Otto Lopez. Here's a 1-1. That one out to right. And that's the inning. Marlins lead 1. Still 8-0. Back here at Lone Depot Park. Ready to begin the 8th. Christian Yelich up now for the Brewers.
Inside, ball 2.
Here's a 2-2. Got him swinging. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Contreras.
The 1-1. And a foul ball. Next pitch misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And a base hit up the middle. So a man aboard now with 1 away. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Jackson Chourio. Up the middle, and that one finds its way through. And now 2 aboard.
Having himself a really nice game at the plate. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
There comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Cade Gibson will depart, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this.
For the
New pitcher now, Jansen Junk.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing now.
Nice work from the Miami pen there. Last half of the 8th coming up. It's the Brewers 8 and the Marlins nothing. Now it's the DH, Christopher Morel.
Hitter number 5, Christopher Morel.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. That smash towards center. Chourio should have this one. And there's one away.
Up next for the Marlins, the first baseman, number 21.
Graham Pauley, the next up for the Marlins.
Pauley.
And that one hammered. That's down. One hops off the wall. Into second with a double. And they've got something brewing now.
The batter, number 9.
Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
So back to the top of the order. And now it's the switch hitting second baseman, Xavier Edwards. In the dirt. Ground ball up the middle. Ortiz throws to first in time.
Up next for the Marlins.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. DL Hall is done, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back.
Now pitching for
So the Brewers bring on a new pitcher from the pen, Brandon Sproat. Hasn't pitched in the last 3 days. And now the right fielder, Kyle Stowers. Foul ball there. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Runner at second, 2 down. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Look out! And it hit him. He had him 1-2, and he ends up hitting him with a pitch. Jacob Marcy, the next up for the Marlins. Ball to strike, the pitch.
This guy's sink has so much drop in it. It's almost like a split finger fastball. Instead of just weak contact and balls on the ground, he gets swings and misses.
This one in the air, center field. Chourio on the move. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. Great work out of the Brewer bullpen right there. Through 8 full, it's the Brewers 8 and the Marlins nothing. You're watching Miami Marlins baseball on The Show, Florida. We go to the 9th. Up now for Milwaukee, Akil Baddoo. Out to short. Gets it to first. And the leadoff man retired here in the 9th.
The batter, number 9.
So here's the Brewers DH, Jake Bauers. Just off the inside edge. And a swing and a miss there. Swinging at ball 4 that was off the outside edge.
Got him out on the front foot. Couldn't keep the hands back long enough and played right into the hands of the pitcher.
2 outs, base is empty. Joey Ortiz up now for the Brewers. The 1-2. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball. 3 up, 3 down for Milwaukee as the lead holds at 8-0. Bottom 9. Here's the cleanup hitter for Miami, Heriberto Hernandez. Out towards right center field. Takes it in for the out.
Up next for the Marlins, third baseman, number 1.
Connor Norton, the next to hit.
Norby.
One down, base is empty here in the 9th. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Lifted in the air, right center field. Badu, long run into the gap. Brings it in with a nice running grab. 2 up, 2 down.
The catcher, number 34, Liam.
Marlins down to their final out. And the batter now, Liam Hicks. That one ripped right center field. And in one hops the wall.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
So, man aboard, Otto Lopez now at the plate. Ground ball, and this should do it. Throw to first, ball game. And the Brewers come in here and finish off a 3-game sweep.
Well, when you reel off 8 wins in a row, you're this close to double digits. And now all of a sudden it's a challenge within a challenge to get 2 more wins to get to 10. But there's definitely a high level of confidence that this team is playing at right now. And that's one of those things. You don't want to rock the boat. You don't want to disturb things. Make sure the clubhouse is giving you the same good food it's been giving you all along. And you can keep this win streak going.
8-0 is how this one ends. And the road team picks up the win and picks up a sweep. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.